Oops. Hi,
Hello.
Kezia. So, hi everybody. So we just wanted to record a new session for you. A lot of people are writing what happened. Why don't you show up with a physio? And all this. People are waiting, and there's a lot of stuff happening these days.
Hmm.
So, like you said, no, we don't focus on the full moon, but it happens to be that every time the full moon is,
Yeah, we appear in the full
something
moon, guys,
happens.
and we're going to
Yeah.
give you, some tips
Sorry.
how to, what can I say, enjoy the energy of the moon in a positive way. Because even if we know the moon is real or not real,
Yeah. Well, I mean, we know what the moon is.
yeah,
There's a
we know.
projection, there's a real behind, and all this. But there's another thing that I was wondering about. So, this many years, basically every century, right? There's a few cases described in books, even in ancient books, where especially leaders of different countries in Europe see this big eyes in the sky. And then there's a few leaders, it's recorded by people. Even the Tsar of Kiev's Rus saw it before he died. He saw this like illumination of the cross, like a 3D image of the cross, but it was like plasma kind of glowing in the
Mm-hmm.
sky. And since then, and a few other people, because somebody recorded it in ancient books, and I saw a documentary about it, they showed the images of people taking pictures of those in the sky. So you can say it's fake, it's just 3D images, it's just like, they're fooling us. But the eyes reminding me like almost like Santa's eyes, Santa Claus from it. And for some reason, when I was looking at the picture, I was thinking, looks like it's projected from Saturn for, Santa, Saturn, all this stuff. And they say, well, that usually before the big stuff like the big waterfalls, a lot of disturbance of the earth, people see the science in the sky, and I start thinking like, well, that's interesting to explore.
That is interesting. You want to see my three cards? Okay,
Yeah.
the first, sorry guys, I have to connect my new camera to show the cards from my desk. I'm working on with my son, and soon because the project is coming, I have to postpone it to start to do every week a reading. We talk about the world, the energy, why we are tired, why we lose energy, or why we lost a bit of previsions that I'm going to use my cards and my pendulum. So the first card, which when he was connecting with the eyes in the sky, is this man, which is the King of Wands. But if you see well, there is a lizard,
Uh-huh.
okay? And the reptilians are connected with the eyes of in the sky, okay? Because they're watching. Reptilians are obviously can be a race of
Right.
aliens, okay? And then we have another very authoritarian figure. It's another male energy, which is the emperor. Emperor, who's the emperor? Every person that is emperor in every country, like Putler, like in USA, they are emperors, okay? The
Mhm.
emperor is not a king. Is not a, what can I say, a general in the army. Is a totalitarian figure
Right.
that wants dictate the power to others who they are now. Okay, obviously I say I'm not a big fan of this kind of people, especially for this guy that is doing what he's doing now, and not because he is proud. People think, oh, he's proud, he doesn't want let's say, compromise with the West, with the Americans, with the China. No, this guy's the same. He's all the same guys.
It's the
Every
same program for each dictator,
Yeah, and this is why what you
regime
see,
too. They follow the same protocol.
and this is what's happened with these guys. Look, fight, and they are fighting with
Mhm.
everybody. All the ones in the floor are all the energies against this kind of mentality because they fight against each other. Usually, these totalitarians they ended up on their own, and they're going to be killed by their own people. That is
Mm-hmm.
the message here of the highs. So
Yeah.
yes, clock is ticking.
No, I'm sure because I always felt like summer, fall, that's when it's gonna be kind of dying out the whole thing. But that's just the beginning. And what comes after that, well, surprise, surprise. Now I see the earth shifting, the layers, the water's coming. The water has to come because it was a water planet before, so it has to go back to its original kind of true self.
Okay, I'm going to check the energy of the water because water is obviously the ice is melting. We have global warming, so water is changing directions. There are new conducts that the water is now sometimes
Yeah.
brutally I go here. So this is why many lands or countries they are flooding. They're starting to be
All
submerged.
over the place. And then did you see the heat? Even in
Hmm.
Canada. In Canada it is right now. It's hotter than in Florida. So it's crazy.
Wow, 80% of power is quite high. The water
For
is
the
it means,
water.
means the energy, the energy, the frequencies. Like when we have an earthquake that is about to
That's what I saw in my session, the
and
other
then
session.
bang.
Yeah. Like layers are gonna just crash and shift and fall apart. That's why somebody wrote to me. I wanted the session to go into trance and see why it is the same buildings are found in the Eastern Europe and America, the same exact architecture, because it used to be one place and then they separated into little islands and all those and water. And I mean basically they could shape the slayers as they pleased, as they wanted.
Yeah, I think that I mean, the mother horde has these cycles, yeah.
Hmm.
So there's nothing we can do because I mean, humanity is so arrogant, is so sometimes naive because to believe that they can have control of this planet. It's just a joke. When this planet decided to, to have the new cycle, there's nothing that we can do about it. Nothing. So we create a hologram, yeah, for our
Yeah.
life. When people says that we created a life for us that we can are in control with the sea. I laugh when I say when I heard people saying, "Oh, these waters are infested of sharks." Of course, it's their home.
Yeah,
Oh, this
exactly.
mountain is full of bears and wolves. Of course, it's the habitat. Oi, what do you think
Because we
about it?
we took away, we basically annexed the territory that belonged to animals and made it ours. We put concrete on it.
Yeah,
We built houses all over.
we create.
Sure.
This is why it's a hologram. We create everything that is for us to enjoy, and forgetting that in the other uh, forms of beings,
Hmm.
they have the right to live. They was even before us. This is
Yeah.
the humanity is. I mean, I know there is always the good and the bad. I always talk about dualism. The
Hmm.
day, like Malanga says, the day we stop to be dualistic, choose sides, yeah, to be
Yeah.
against each other, and then accept that we are all one, then
Hmm.
things they're going to change and stop this totalitarian individual that we allowed to beat up us, to treat us like zero, to kill us constantly. They are destroying us economically, financially, especially in these days. People are struggling to pay the mortgage. Banks are putting all the interest rates in order for you to be hung up
Hmm.
completely. You will be not. you will not own anything in the future. You will be all slaves. And obviously, these people make you think that their land is theirs, but it's not. It's not allowed. So we,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
it's true. I was thinking the other day, like I walk around here, there's a mango tree. There's so many mangoes and in people's houses around, and there's an avocado tree. I've never seen avocado tree. I saw it the other day. It's so
yummy.
beautiful. And I'm thinking like, why do you even have this money system? It's so, I mean, I can just, because I already eat veggies and fruit, I can just live off of these trees. I just need like a few in the
Exactly.
backyard to survive for sure. But yeah, but nobody thinks, but then I see these people trying to dominate you everywhere you go. Like I told me my struggle to find the right dentist here in Florida. It's like the system is so strict. All I see in their eyes is money, money, money. And they want to control you. They want to dictate you. Even though you're the one who pay for their services, but they still, they just kick you out if they don't like something you kindly asked not to do, for instance, or you don't want. And yeah, but this world is sick. Everything is contaminated with the mind control over others, power over others virus.
Hmm. In
You know?
fact, all the people they are losing are all the people that are very, really financially compromised. But now everybody, before people they can go to a holiday or they can spend more quality time with the family, now it's getting difficult and difficult. I know that is in USA the same problem. In Europe is the same problem because this is
Mhm.
static strategies from the banks. The money is still there, but they are this is our political strategies from country against another. This is why I never stop to say we are allowed into this bunch of losers to treat us like we are just meat. So what then one day when we say stop, we stop and we understand. And this is when the consciousness will grow because now many people the consciousness is still oh I have a house as long I have
Yeah.
money my and the fridge is busy they don't care about anything else but when they meet when they don't have all of these things they says oh why because you allow this
Yeah,
because
it's
we
it's
allow
true.
to put in charge these greedy horrible evil people manipulated from these entities because guys behind them they are already for centuries that they are moved like muppets. So yeah,
Hmm.
things are going to go worse and worse, and there will going to be demands. Okay, because now if you don't
People
have,
getting together, you feel that too. I feel like people are gonna be getting together, and there's gonna be a lot of protest
oh yeah,
and
definitely.
uncovered
It's no
truths.
choice. It's no choice, Oksana. When you
Yeah,
lose everything, you don't have nothing
to lose
to
anymore.
lose.
That's when you go out and
Exactly.
say that you're in charge and this is your right, and they lie to you on every single thing. They lie to you. It's unbelievable how much power they show in their words. Well, this is the law, and then you check, it's not the law. I run into this all the time. It's just amazing, but at the same time I attracted such nice people. Because vibrationally, that's what happens. People are waking up big time. I met people who totally woke up recently, you know.
Yeah,
So
it's not that he is not understanding certain things stupid. No, it's because obviously sometimes they live in situations or environments that not allow them to wake up. But sometimes the universe
yeah.
gifts you with a dream, with illumination, that and then you are, oh, I'm the strange one. Because
No,
let's
that
say
goes
that,
through problems though in life. It
yeah,
doesn't matter if they have money or not. I mean, I met people in different groups of, how much money they have. But both of those people, they awaken because both have problems at
Hmm.
different levels related to different stuff, but
No, I
it
mean,
still
people, they
wakes
don't.
people up. It's pretty amazing, and I see more and more people demanding, what I want for myself too,
Hmm.
because I overhear people like at different institutions speak to other people on the phone, and no, I'm not gonna do it because, and I'm like thinking, but that's what I want also, like that person on the phone trying to ask them to do. I'm thinking, but the more we ask, the
Hmm.
more they're forced to do what we want,
Hmm.
right?
Exactly. I mean, in certainly what I mean, it was in certainly environments like religious, are very extremist religious. So, for to give you an example, go to Afghanistan's or all these areas where is the war, where the people, the women, they don't have access to education or books. They live
Mm.
in their own. They are even forced to be stupid and ignorant. Okay, or you go to
Because they
some.
suppress female energy. To build the world like ours, totally AI operated and coordinated, you need to suppress this female force,
Yeah, but
because the female
even the
force
men.
is what
Yeah.
is control. It's like a female force, what is a force of creation, and there's no men and women. Each soul has both
Hmm.
anyway. But if you forcefully make your male force dominate in your this ball of energy called essence or soul, then all of a
Yes.
sudden the female part is suppressed. You can't create as much, and
Exactly.
because of that, they can put a Gregory machine, like screw it in into you, and then run programs of AI through you, and all of a sudden you value the wrong stuff and you
Hmm.
go against the nature, because in every institution you come, they go against nature, you
Exactly.
know.
Yeah, I mean, is they know how where the country they can still completely dominate the people mind, because if you convince a young guy of 20 years old to blow up himself in the name of God, and you
Mhm,
believe of this,
mhm.
is
Yeah,
you can tell that these countries are basically kidnapped by these evil entities in order that because they are machine, they are gun.
taking over. Yeah, totally, completely. Mind control is amazing. I mean, and all these countries are different experimental groups of souls that are being experimented on, and that's why
Wow.
I'm saying that you can't say that the people of Russia or some other country are bad. It's not
Hmm.
that, just that they're taken over by
Oppressed.
the control, and it's a very smart system of mind control, very smart. I mean, you can do amazing stuff, and we know some people in our families do this to us also.
Mhm. For
It's
a
not
second,
professional, but yeah.
when you says that they was compressing the people, yeah, I felt like
Hmm.
they are losing the air. They can't breathe
Yeah.
anymore because they're taking everyday freedom. They can't speak. They can't say anything because is
Oh,
against
they're
the,
scared.
they're
They
taking
say on the street in Russia when they're trying to ask them questions, that I can't talk about this. I'm not gonna talk. There was some day, there was one celebration they had, love, family, and children celebration, and on that day happens to be a lot of children killed by their own rockets. And imagine what you live in the country, you're stuck with a stupid country. You know your country's killing neighboring country people, civilians, children, women, you know, and but you're still trying to convince yourself I'm, it's not my fault, and you're celebrating some whatever celebrations going on the same day. It's just it breaks your spirit inside. It's a separation of the soul, mind, body. I don't know how you can exist this way.
because people are dissociating from reality now. All the
Yeah,
videos. I mean, I
that's
went.
what they want
I
us to do. Dissociate and say, oh, it's just a video game. Oh, don't take
Exactly.
it
It's
seriously.
not
Don't take
real.
that seriously.
It's not
Nothing
real.
is serious anymore.
If you
So
go to
you're totally
Twitter.
prepared for going to totally 100% virtual reality world, because it's gonna be the manifestation of you saying it's just a computer game, nothing is real. Here you go there. You'll be stuck there for a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I mean, like example, if you go to Twitter now, because Elon Musk allowed everybody to express, but wow. I mean, I am for freedom of speech, yeah, because here where we can't even say a word that they can delete our video for nothing, which I'm, wow. And sometimes I see videos on YouTube with extreme violence and they don't do nothing.
they
Something's
don't
going
do
on
it at
here.
all.
But in Twitter, I was absolutely shocked to see images, photo image and videos of violence, even death, people dying in the
And they
clip, and
don't
people
serve
in the
them.
comments laughing, even argue with each other for debating if it's true or not.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why the war at the moment, the people they don't take
Desensitized.
seriously. I would like Oksana, if you want, to connect, to channel with his eyes in the sky. Because even the Carpathians, you mentioned that they see these eyes.
They saw
Apparently, it's
them in
always a.
Romania recently, they said, and in Hungary too. Okay, it's just okay, there's two timelines. One timeline is a projected eyes to scare people, to give it's like omen. It's like a sign. Something is coming, so people produce fear. Because
Mm-hmm,
every time before they plan something bad to happen, they would show those eyes. It's kind of like Pavlov's dogs. When you train, you ring the bell and the dog runs because it knows it's gonna get fed. The same
mm-hmm.
idea. Show the eyes. Everybody's scared and ready to take, prepared mentally, therefore support energetically the evil plan that they have for us. So it goes into action. Another thing is that I just switched like this to another timeline, and there is this. I see like Greek gods. I see the Neptune. I see the architect. Oh, those. So basically, I see the architect of this projection we're in, of the certain vibrational bubble we're in, of this, reality game, because it is reality, okay, for us in the physical body, because physical bodies belong to this reality. That's why it's very real for us, and we cannot just say it's a movie. No, you cannot, take your bone hurting and say it's not real because you're obviously hurting, right? um and he's saying that I created these gods. These are just like my helpers because I have multi. He laughs. He laughs. He says, I have multi personality disorder. That's why I created all the Greek gods to explain you what personalities I have inside. He goes like this. Um, he's got this beard. He does look like Santa Claus, Christmas. And he's she said, well, the Saturn is my wand. My wand is spinning, and the energies are glowing and producing the perfect vibrational passage. Oh, he goes, that's what you call the tunnel of light when you leave the body. And some souls go through the tunnel of light to Saturn, others go to the moon. We created two, but of course you can make up your own. If you believe in it, you'll go through it. And all the roads lead to the perfect prison cells of the souls that we well kept. Ha 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 ha. He laughs like this. That's his eyes. He's looking down. You know what? He's like, I see him. That's insane. Like I see him sitting on the throne in some sort of big space, and he's holding like Earth, like this, and on Earth, like this is the regional Earth. On top, there's this like a Plato where all these countries are, and then there's a bubble over what we call the dome. It's transparent, like a bubble you blow out of soap. And he's looking at it and goes like, if I do this, you can see my eyes. And then he laughs. He says, see how cool the creation is? He says, and you know what's really funny? You produced me. And then I took over. It's like the same thing's gonna happen down there. The AI is gonna take over the minds of people because it's the process. First, you create something like this because it's interesting. It doesn't have a soul. But then that something that doesn't have a soul gets enough information from the live souls around and starts dominating it. And that's how the false artificial worlds are being created all the time. Yes, all the time. And I'm the master. I am the God, I'm the Jesus, I am all the gods, all the religions are all about. I take different shape of form, but it's always me, the matrix architect.
Okay,
Oof.
can you ask him if he has his bag of present for us and what he wants to give it to us, which I don't want to be honest. If it already freaked me out to receive any of his gifts.
You know what? There's like a stick with a golden ball on it.
Mm-hmm.
When he touches it, it becomes glass and there's energy spin around it like the rings. And he says, well, that ball, it absorbs the human energy. That ball transforms the human energy into the energy minus something, whatever number he wants, and he can shoot it back. And also, this ball, it's like it's like his joystick. He says joystick, it brings me joy. I control all the masters of your world. Those little people you call presidents and all this in charge of different CEOs and stuff. Oh yeah, I created them, I control them. They have this special DNA, they're much easier to control, and a lot of them are half reptilians, half people, so they can shapeshift back and forth
Okay,
all the time.
what about because this is our creation, we can take all away from him this joystick. We're going to melt, and you I know you project Oksana. You can project as they eat more hot than atomic, and they can melt in his hand. They glue everywhere on his body. And now I don't know if he wants to laugh anymore.
Yeah, I projected like a
Mm-hmm.
glass like over the stick,
Mm-hmm.
and it became so bright light. He goes like, I need sunglasses.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
he's not
But I
laughing
feel
anymore.
like I almost feel like agitated because I kind of feel in his energy field he is agitated. You know, like you want to like this breathe. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's him.
Can I ask a question? Maybe a couple ones to this. This creation, fake creation. Who work for? Who's the main feed? The one that feed him with the promises because he's the handler. Yeah. So he
The emperor
works.
your card showed, that's him, he
Yeah.
says.
Okay. The emperor, and he has a name. Obviously, he show himself as a Father Christmas, but he can show himself in different categories, you know,
Mm.
depends of the because the people they believe in Santa or they believe in Christmas, they feed him, obviously, but there is something more sinister, and this huge eyes, okay, that is watching. He's
He says
watching.
all your celebrations feeding me because even if you're laughing and enjoying yourself, my stick absorbs it, turns the energy negative, and guess what? A day or two later, you're suffering, you get sick and all this stuff, or something bad happens in the world. It's you create it for yourself. It's your fault, he says.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, what's happened? Ask him if we destroy you in energetically, we can destroy the energy only in one energetic field, guys. We can't destroy energy, obviously, because this is our creation. But in this energy field, in this creation that was created like hologram, yeah, it was created with the TV, with the media, with the propaganda, and then this eyes watch. But because this eyes was present in Stalin era, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was obviously he had another container. It was another shape, you know. Probably there was the Christ, was you know the Messiah. Whatever it was. And everybody was, you was mentioned, Oksana, that when these eyes show up, is an imminent disaster happen for these imperialistic totalitarian individuals. So in a way, it's good or
Mm-hmm.
bad. I mean,
World is splitting up like a nut into halves because I can only create worlds for this long. At some point, the there is an ending cycle. It's like a program. You have this many programs and you program the world for running this many cycles, and then when the cycles are over, you have to uncreate it and create a new one. So you are in uncreation cycle. So everything that's been built are gonna fall. He shows me like fall, fall,
mhm.
fall. And then you'll see the true self in under the ruins of the new, you'll see the very old. And that's when the world flips. And when it flips, he goes like, all the people who are not ready for it bounce off, and you remain. And he said, and that's when I don't want to deal with you anymore. I am done here. I'm not allowed by the laws of the universe to do more harm to you, but I can take the stupid souls and
Mhm.
create little tiny worlds, and I'll be spinning them like this, like this, like this. I mean, he's insane. I'm gonna sing
Yeah,
like
no.
he's singing right now.
Is high. Um, I would like to ask him every time he appears with these massive eyes that even the Americans they're talking about these eyes that watching us are people they can associate to the aliens that we know they are. Even now the TVs are talking more about the appearance of unidentified objects. But when the eyes appear is like a sign of a change of or like a new cycle, yeah, so like a new order, because we're talking about this the first world war, second world war, where the eyes were shown, and then there is a cycle of 50, 60 years, even 80 years. Now these eyes they are showing up again, and it's apparently something is about to be over because the new is taking over the old, so all these
He
old,
said aliens are different AI intelligence
mm,
groups. They have their own programming, their
mm-hmm,
own artificial DNA. They put the artificial DNA, they blend it with natural
mm-hmm,
DNA of each human through different tools they have. Because your body needs to absorb air, food, water through those tools and other stuff. You can be controlled, you can be mutated, you can be remodeled inside, So you're more susceptible to our programming being shot at you by the invisible stuff, invisible waves, different length waves, according to your consciousness level. We use different ones, but we still try to control you. And there's different levels of control. There's supreme, there's slower than that, and like I see different. If you're super stupid, it's super easy to control you. Once you grow in consciousness, it's sophisticated kind of stuff, that goes into place with you. So,
Yeah, that is where I was wondering that this kind of like visions that are manifesting now to us is because they are more visible to our consciousness, or because they want us to see it, because they always hide themselves. But
the
now,
world is breaking down the network of the programming. It's like a spider web is breaking down. I see lesions in it. I see broken webs at times, those when the intersections there, they breaks, and that's why your perception it's rises naturally, and you tune in and you start seeing it. They don't want you really to see it, but because the cycle is over, you're gonna see more and more. It's not because they want to show you and they pushing the disclosure. No,
mhm.
it's just because the mechanism of the matrix is falling apart and revealing more and more, just like the water. All these floods, when the water comes off, it reveals ancient cities and it's going to reveal more and more. It's not because they want us to know, but it's just natural thing. So,
Yeah, because yeah, that is this really. I think that we having now a lot testimonials, witness that they are showing up to us, and it's something that the governments they can't hide anymore. They still there is a majority of people that think they are all conspiracy theories, that we are people that they believe to everything, but we have a lot, and now a lot, even testimonials of these aliens, and what we can call, or different, what can I say, beings from different dimensions, worlds, wherever. They are showing up frequently now, and they can't hide this anymore. And this fake creation that is created by us, why? Because they are created by the people that they still they have a very little consciousness of what is going on around us. They're not aware that they are like animals in a farm that they've been slaughtered for Christmas, okay, for a lunch. Like, we are in a farm.
it's a ritual. That's why all this Thanksgiving and all this, you always have to kill an animal to eat on your table, and it's just a ritual. People don't understand what they're doing.
Yeah. So but the way these people I explain, when I say the consciousness is little, I don't say that they are stupid. Okay, nobody's stupid. Everybody depends where your circumstances are, where you're born, who they are your educators that they brainwash you. That's why they try to stop you to evolve. But consciousness will always evolve until you finish this experience in this planet. So people that they can't see it now is because they don't have enough experience or knowledge to see it, and they still are in denial. And this is why some people they believe to this big Father Christmas created from ourselves, projected for ourselves, I call in general, yes, not from me, but for people they are in denial. The people that are behind them, they have the entities that they brainwash constantly. This is why, yes, there are beings that they are coming from different dimensions or timelines, but many of evil entities are created by us. It's like,
Mm.
what can I say, when you sabotage yourself, yeah? Not only we are bothered by these entities, but plus we create even our evil entity to keep more torture in a daily life. Is
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be sound negative. We want to just give you guys an example of what is manipulation, yeah? How they manipulated us, how they want you to believe. It's like when you support two teams in a pitch, yeah? And then when you realize you are in the matrix, when you support one side. Of course, it's nice to have a fun sport, and that's fine. But when you compete, oh, with the situations that are people in danger or people are killing each other or there are wars, you are part of the matrix because you are choosing one side. Of course, I choose the people that are suffering in Ukraine, the people that are suffering in Syria, in Israel, the Palestinians. The people are what I support because the people is us, is one. And we are basically killing each other, which is like me taking a knife and I stab myself. Because what they say the word everybody is one, one is everybody. It's true. And people still don't understand this because whatever is around us, they don't want you to believe that we are one because they can lose straight away.
Yeah, he's
So,
also showing that again. He goes like, haha. He's holding some book. He's telling me this is the book of all the lives, and he says, you know what? What's really funny? People don't understand. These are all programs, and the same life can be lived by hundreds and hundreds of people, and we program them and we put them in the book, and but the majority of all different timeline programming and timelines descriptions are in Vatican. And
mhm.
he goes the kingdom of darkness, and then he laughs like ha ha ha.
Yeah, but now
So
what we're going to do before to say goodbye to this ice, we can open a portal and we can completely melt him in a bubble of information to everybody that need to wake up, to wake up.
Ephesia, when I like, I can make him smaller, but I
Hmm.
cannot completely destroy him because I see only like 2 point something percent to 11% that I can destroy him too. But it's almost like all the people and on Earth have to come to understanding some mind is controlling us, and this mind is artificial, and we want to one destroy it at the same time. You know what I mean? It's like everybody at the same time touches it and it disappears because I feel like I cannot take decision for everybody to destroy him. I can take decision for myself to avoid him when I get out of my body, when my body is done here.
Hmm.
But for others are still creating him in their minds. So I
Yes.
can't destroy him. They would recreate him again, you know?
Yeah, that is why this we're going to send this information when we're going to put in a portal. So we take off from our skies for our energy field. Everybody watching this video, and we can send him to the portal to the universe where he will be transformed in positive energy of informations to the people to wake up, to don't allow other people to sell information that is only to have you in control. That's it.
If he's one sec, there's on the that dark side of the moon. There's like a cannon. There's like a system, metallic was this thing, and it kind of like shoots light. And this light, where the laser goes, it creates like people go crazy mad about one particular thing, and they create this beating up of each other, protests and stuff, and then it shifts to another area, the same thing. It's like it's like a canon of mind intervention, like they intervene with the mind and it makes people agitated and crazy. I just saw it and I see it's like shooting and it's like a shooting a blue beam. And then to me came like a blue beam project, like it's related to the blue beam project they have here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's the same technology type. Because it's coming from above, so from above it can also shoot this energy and cause fire. It can ignite, it can cause fire in the volcano, it can ignite the woods, it can, you know what I mean, it can shoot and explode the house if it wants to, like it's really,
Okay.
it's controlled by the Stall Greys. And I also see reptilians there. Some ant people,
Is this canon?
like ants with antlers. Hmm?
Is the canon is directed to the earth or is
It's it's like they put a timer for how long it has to be. I literally see like 10 minutes. Whatever that is, 10 minutes left for Ukraine and then it goes to Russia and then it goes to some Asian countries there. Well, I just like feel it, like I feel the programming in it. I don't even have to go like investigate. I'm just hovering above. I just feel it's gonna be like over there, going there, and I see Asian people walking, so Asian looking.
can you put a big glass around all this moon with your creation? I know you have a powerful energy. You can cover up that like a protect, like when you put a glass inside all around an object to
I
stop.
know. I put it. There's another one that's like being built quickly. Just a wild thing, cause
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the other. It's like the minute you do that, the other timeline is being created. And this thing, they build it up quickly out of nothing. It shows up. I mean, the technology is insane, Ephese. It's almost like you plant a seed and the tree grows out. That's kind of like it does. They have a microchip from which grows a programmed structure. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like you can put a microchip from which a building would rise, you know.
Wow.
It's
Even us, we are very smart and very creative. So you can put like let's say a device that you basically select every timeline that they want to go, and they will be detected and they explode, like a domino. So you put in that glass dust device that they can be stopped because remember they are squatters in our reality.
Yeah, the only thing is just that people are support the system, and but it shows to me that Ukraine is almost done, and that goes to like to Russian border, and then it goes to Asia, like Asian countries, and then it feels like it's possible North Korea or Iran, something there, like I feel it. Like it goes because it's kind of like I see Europe here, I see Ukraine here, I see Russia here, and it goes. It's almost like some sort of computerized device that shoots like those beams or from that big beam. You know what I mean? I mean, just it's insane, Ephesians. We live like everything is like we don't really see it, but everything is a beam of energy and it beams here, there, and everything ting ting to the explosion here, explosion there. There's a stuff going on here. Then you spin the wheel underground. It's like earthquake happen. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Hmm. But yes, I because they want us to this. It's like they send all these programs like softwares, yeah, to us. And we,
Yeah.
but doesn't mean I have to accept. So we
Yeah, it
go to,
doesn't mean, but I just see like groups of people run here, there, over there, constantly movement of people, and they're directed by the circumstances and by fear.
this
Ding,
is why
ding,
we
ding, ding,
have
ding.
to project informations, okay? And in etheric is the best way. Even when I do the sessions to clients, even when I do my tarots, when I clean the energy, I always send the day experience, the toxic
Uh,
energy, transform in positive energy, and through to the portal, like they cross the portal, because it will be useful for the other people that have in the same exact situation. And if other people they are in fear or they believe that they Ukraine can be destroyed because other people are working in behind the scenes, we say, look, careful because all these energies are very manipulative, okay? And they want to scare people. This is why they are dissociated for the reality. Well, many people, they don't care anymore if they see the children, they're eating food, laughing, and see in the news, let's say, disaster, catastrophic wars. And they don't care anymore because everything is a reality. Everything is reality now. Every program is a reality. Even when they fight, oh, it's all fake. It's all fake. Even the war is fake. Even the killing, homicide, everything is fake because this is what they want you to believe. This, okay? It's just a game. It's just a game, like a PlayStation game. And then we have
yeah.
to send these informations that all they want us to believe that is a hologram.
Yeah, Fizzy, but this, I got this thing. I mean, I heard this in my like head because I'm just kind of like in hovering over that level of Earth we're at, and it says like Earth is an apple of Eden because it's beautiful. Original one is absolutely beautiful, and then they put like an egg, and the snake is inside the egg, and when the energies of the earth push it out and the shell of the egg breaks, the snake is gonna leave the Garden of Eden, and that's when the Garden of Eden is back again to its place. I just literally saw like a snake uh, coming out of the eggshell from inside the in the middle of the earth, and like it's almost like going to space far, far, and then I see it's like spiraling out of it, like out, and it's gonna happen soon. That thing. Except there's gonna be inside. You know how they say that we're transition, and solar flares or whatever. That people are waiting for something. This what they're waiting is gonna be inside. It's either the snake is gonna take your inner self with it, or it doesn't. And it's not because of your vibration, high or low, whatever. You can be in low vibration because you can be sick, okay? But it's because of your knowledge of what is happening, you will stay here. Because when you know, you can decide for yourself, do I go with a snake or do I stay? You know what I mean? And it's
Hmm.
like, and that sphere inside the sphere by Vaticano, it's like that. It's just like, and it goes out. Like the virus goes out at first. Snake represents a virus, and that's why snake is on this medical thing. It's like viruses attack, and
Hmm.
doctors heal from a virus, and the virus is inside the earth too, the main one from which everything started.
Exactly.
So
This is why we have to send like a lifelets in etheric of informations because people are awakening. People they're starting to put the dots all together. Okay, I know they're trying to, in a way or the other, to attack us in the daily routines through money, through partners, through situations that make us agitated. They try everything possible because it's a matrix. Okay, they want to reach a point where we are completely sucked up, okay,
It's
like a
automatic programming. It's
blend.
automatic programming. It's like the air alarm. She's growing too fast in her understanding consciousness, and then it's like starts
Hmm.
shooting your own people in your own family and your friends and at work, boss, all the people you work with, and they start hammering you down, and that's when the alarm goes off. It's just simple.
Yeah, but
It's like
we
a
we
mechanism.
but we still can. We still have a power. We are creators, okay? And we can't really allow them and do what they want to do. Just we don't watch like that. This is why we send all this information via etheric. Okay, so that is the best thing to do. Okay, information. Everybody has to decide with their own head, their own consciousness, and be free. And be free, not to listen anybody or be forced to do something that you don't want to do. Yeah. So we are 56 minutes, Oksana. Are
Oh, I'm
you
done. I feel tired.
okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. So I'm so happy to talk with you. And we had a very quite a very hectic couple of weeks, me and you. I
Yeah.
having really I got my landlords coming often to do work where I live, so sometimes I can't focus or do videos or work because
Mm.
every summer for some reason it has to do some work and probably have to look a new house. But yes, I try to be more present. I hopefully finish soon and we can be do our videos weekly, and plus which my project of cards, pendulum, and some energy healing in the videos. We're going to
Mm.
you're going to be to actually. I asked you to be my first guest in the live.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
cool. Because Oksana, she brings a beautiful energy. So and then that is positive. Anyway,
Well,
ciao
thank you.
ciao.
I mean, we have both beautiful energies, and that's probably why, it works out every time perfectly. So I hope, yeah, people get a lot of information out of it. Thank you so much for this video.
Yeah.
And goodbye, everybody. Give us
Uh,
ideas. Maybe you'll have some good topic to
yeah.
explore.
Thank you
But
to
yeah.
all the people that follow us, to the people that accept my accent. There's some people they don't like my accent, but I'm still fine. And because this is me, this is my face, this is my voice. I can't change it, guys. But
Yeah.
thank you very much for all the people that support me, Oksana. Yeah,
Yeah, because they
so
need
we are
to
a big
become more
family.
telepathic and like, absorb information.
Mm,
We're just,
yeah.
you're a very strong soul, so they should see through everything else. Okay, well, thanks. Bye.
Ciao, ciao. Ciao,
Ciao,
ciao.
ciao.